Hey everyone, this is Will at Enable. I'm here to walk you through getting your trial set up for MailerSure. I'm working out of my demo account, but it's going to be just the same if you're starting from a clean slate. The first thing we want to do is let's get our company added. So from the users and permissions, let's start with Manage Admins. I'm going to add an admin here, and we think of an admin as a company. So the first thing you need to do is let's give it, for the username, just the name of the company. This can be ABC Corp. Put your spaces in there, your periods, anything you need to put. From a password standpoint, we do need to meet complexity, but it's not something you need to save in your password vault. We're not going to use this to log in. And then for an email, let's put a system email, a no reply, an info, support, whatever you may have there. After that, just slide down and hit save. So now let's get that domain into the system. Under domains overview, under general, we've got two options. So we've got the add domain. This is anything that's not M365. If it is an M365 domain, we're going to do the configure sync. This is where that admin's going to come in. So you're going to have the company that you just created. Let's select that and we'll connect. It's going to ask for a admin for the tenant. Once I connect, it's going to see here, we're going to do read only. So this is pulling down information. Accept this. It's going to connect us and bring us back to MailerSure. From here, let's click next. This is going to bring in all of the domains that are in your account. We only have mail flowing through the first one, so I have this checked. For region, if you have any compliance, we can store that data in one of these data centers. I'm just going to select the United States because I'm in the United States and hit next. This is going to sync in all of your mailboxes. So for here, you can see things like distribution list, our regular mailboxes, we've got aliases associated with this one, and then a shared mailbox as well. We only charge you for those regular mailboxes, but we do want to keep the rest of these filtered. Just select this little box right here and then click next. Okay, so these are our settings. What can we do to the domain? Some of these do require a little extra work. So incoming filtering, we're going to need to cut our MX records over. For now, let's turn the Scout reports automatically off. We'll build these in a minute, but what this does is this is going to send out welcome emails. So if you haven't alerted your company that you are trialing MailerSure, they may get emails and wonder what these are. Outgoing filtering, this just requires us to do a little SMTP connector out. Archiving, if you need archiving, we can turn it on here. This is for the entire company. And then private portal. So this gives you default settings. It's always going to be on. The last one, this is going to be SSO access. So if you want your end users to log in, we can configure OAuth and some branding, and they can log in using their O365 credentials. Set your date and time, click next, confirm. It's going to create that sync, and we're done. Easy as that. So if you stop here, you have our best practices set up. We have our quarantine enabled. We have all of our thresholds set. If you don't have any sort of block or allow list, if you're not blocking a certain country or domains or IPs, you can stop here and cut your MX records over. If you do need to put in, we can go over that on a call, or we have some excellent documentation on that for you as well. Let's just check and see. This is what I just synced. It's verified and it is syncing. From here, once mail is flowing from the incoming tab, we're going to have our logs. This is where you can search your mail. If anything is in quarantine, we have a pre-built quarantine page. This is going to be all of the mail that is currently waiting for you to action on it. And the last thing I want to do before we stop today is let's build out those quarantine reports. So anything you search, you can send. I'm just going to click the email this search. I'm going to change this to repeat. And this is the basis of how we build our quarantine reports. Name this report. I'm just going to call it quarantine report. This is an email scout report. It comes repeated. It's coming from this email. Let's select the column. This gives us the best layout. I'm generating this for which domain. I'm going to do my EU. And then I have two options here. So specific destination, if you want to handle the quarantine for the company, put a single email in here. This could be your IT, your support, your email. If you want to leverage your end users and have them manage their quarantine, select the all mailboxes. If you need to include shared or distros, you can. If you want to send that welcome mail, you can't. And then if you need to exclude, maybe the CEO doesn't do things, you can do that here. We have two options. We can send it once a day, or you can send it multiple times a day. So we can do once a day at maybe 9 a.m. or multiple times a day, starting at 9, but let's do it every 4 hours. So now we have our mail in the system. We have our quarantine report set. We've got our quarantine rules set. All you need to do here is go to your registrar, change your MX records, and we have excellent documentation on that. We'll link you that as well. And then mail is flowing. Hope to talk to you soon to discuss your trial of MailerSure.